been showing the film The Way now for a few years in
Yes.
our Pilgrim Church class, and I think it'd be good to know, like, why do you think it's an important part of this curriculum for the Pilgrim Church class in particular?
Well, I think that the theme of this unit is that the church is one, but that doesn't mean that it's uniform. That there's a sense that oneness is both a sense of being connected, but also a kind of appreciation of kind of the diversity. And the image in the film is of pilgrims, various pilgrims who are on the Camino, which is a pilgrimage route from all over Europe. Really, this part takes place through Spain, out to a spot out in northwestern Spain called Santiago, where, according to tradition, Saint James's bones are. But the image is a very modern film, and I think it really grabs kids in with the idea that faith is a journey, and that we make the journey with just a variety of just companions, many of whom we probably wouldn't choose. But nevertheless, we know that we're joined to them because of what's being called of us to kind of grow in our own faith life.
But I think one of the things that's most striking is the main character in the film is put onto this specific pilgrimage on the Camino de Santiago unexpectedly, unwittingly. He just kind of gets thrown into it just by circumstance and decides to go with it by the circumstances surrounding his son that brought him to Spain. And it can be a good allegory for all of us, because whether we think of it, whether we like it or not, we're all on pilgrimage in this spiritual life. And so this film ends up being a good microcosm of the ups and downs of that spiritual journey, and would be a great way to plug yourselves in to that experience.
My mom, who has recently passed away from breast cancer, and she completed the Camino right before kind of this next round of her diagnosis. And I think for her, and it was such an important part of her Catholic journey. But so this film is personally important to me because my mom completing the Camino, and I have her Compostela framed on my wall in my office here, and she gave me her shell that the pilgrims wear when they're walking. And so it's something special that I hope to be able to wear her shell someday when I go to complete the Camino myself. And
we have to be willing to be accompanied by people who we need for our own spiritual growth that we probably wouldn't choose. And I think that's exactly what the church's kind of sense is that it's all about relationships. And that sense over the course of the film, people wrestling with that. Do I need this person in my life? And then how will I let them become part of my own spiritual journey? And at the same time, how will they let me into their own spiritual journey? So it really has a lot of challenges, I think, but it really reminds me that as essence, the church is about helping us become better, able to love and just accompany people together on their spiritual life. Mm-hmm. This will be outside of the class, but it's really worth your time. So please, families, yourself, take a look. I think you'll be really moved by it.
Mm-hmm. For sure. It's definitely, I think it's a great opportunity for families or parents to get involved in what we're doing and start a dialogue at home about faith and what it means to journey with others who are different than ourselves.
This film illustrates what the church, just a cosm of what the church is about in terms of relationships. And that I would encourage families to watch this together. This is a good entree into what your sons and daughters are doing in your religion classes. Every river that you try